Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, good morning. Well, it wouldn't be morning. Good evening, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you guys are from. Please hit that like button as you guys come in. Please hit that like button. Let me just put that up. Please hit that like button as you come in. Oh, sorry, guys, I was on mute. Please hit that like button as you guys come in. Please hit that like button. How is everyone doing? Put it in the chat. How are you feeling, guys? Yeah, let me know how you guys are feeling in the chat. What are you drinking? I'm feeling really good. I just saw my little niece. She was born a few days ago and she is absolutely adorable, so beautiful. So I spent a couple of hours with her, which is why I ended up having to move the initial time for the live. So I apologize, guys, but I was just having a good time with her and I was like, yeah, I'm so sorry. Let me just stay an extra hour. But yeah, thank you guys for still joining in despite the change of time. Um for a drink, I'm having a healthy energy drink which is called apple raspberry um with matcha green tea as well. So it should hopefully help me focus better as opposed to being as tired as I was last night with you guys. So, yeah. So that's what I'm drinking. Let me know what you guys are drinking in the chat. Put it in the chat. Let me know what you're drinking and how you guys are feeling. Whilst we do that, I'm just going to give you guys some time to come in. Let me know how you guys are feeling and let me know what you're drinking. Okay, let me just see some of the chats coming in. Good evening. I hope Nell knocks some sense into Tisha. Yes, I feel like it would be nice for a change. It would be nice for a change. Um, Jacqueline says, "Evening, everyone." It's funny. It's literally coming up as pink hand wavering, but I can actually see the hand when I check on my phone. So I'm not really sure why the streaming platform brings it up as everyone hand pink waving. Is so funny. But anyway, hello everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Please hit that like button. How many likes do we have? It's not looking like the likes are matching, but please hit that like button. Speaking of which, Jacqueline says she's having nothing but bottled water. I need to have some water too, so I'm going to be with you. I'll be having my apple raspberry on the side, and then I'm going to have some island spring water as well. Because to be honest, I feel like yeah, I need to be a bit more hydrated. I haven't had a lot of water today, so I'm going to be drinking that as well as my apple raspberry matcha green tea. Okay, so Today we have quite a bit to talk about. Initially, I was thinking it was going to just be a few things, but we do have quite a bit to talk about. We're going to dissect the Love and Marriage Huntsville trailer because I just feel like, yeah, why not? We're also going to talk a little bit about Glenn calling Amanda from Bell Collective a clout chaser. And of course, the man is denying cheating. So we're going to talk about that as well. We are going to talk about Candice basically reacting to the backlash for the comments in relation to Wendy. And also, like anything else, I think we'll also have a look at the Married to Medicine trailer. But I think with that one, we have to be very careful with the way we play it because Bravo don't be playing when it comes to um copyrights and stuff. Like at some point, I think at one point, I don't even think it was Married to Medicine, but it was a Bravo show. I played a little bit of it and I definitely they flagged it. So I definitely do not want that. So hopefully we can do it without getting into like any sort of trouble over there or trouble with that. Excuse me. Um Also, if anything else comes up in the meantime, yes, that will also address as well. Okay. Hello, Lady Po. How are you? Hope you're good. What are you drinking? Put it in the chat. Let the people know what you're drinking. Jacqueline says, full disclosure, I'm no longer watching Huntsville. Yes, that is absolutely fine. I'm watching it so you don't have to. And besides, with the trailer, it's just a trailer that, it's one of those things they put on the internet anyway. It's not like we're going to be giving them any views that count towards anything. So just flagging that. Super 3701. Good evening. Good evening. How are you? Yes, hope you're doing well. Hope you've had a wonderful day. But yeah, everyone, please hit the like button. The likes are not matching. Please hit that like button. That is the one thing I need from you guys today. To be honest, I actually want to say a thank you to you guys because I started doing lives regularly recently, and I'm just so grateful for how you guys have been so supportive. You guys come up, even if the lives are not planned, you guys come and you show up each time. So I really, really appreciate you. But yes, please hit that like button just so that, other people can find the show, can know what is going on. Please hit that like button. Super 3701 says, I also do not watch Love and Married Huntsville. That's fine. To be honest, a lot of people nowadays, I feel like a lot of people that watch my content don't necessarily watch Love and Marriage Huntsville anymore. So I'm not surprised. I think that even if I'm sure we can still have some fun dragging these people as much as possible. So that is fine. Um Everyone say hi to Tommy. Tommy is our beautiful mod. So please say hi to Tommy. Tommy, how are you? What are you drinking tonight? What is on the menu? Have you had dinner? What are you drinking? Okay. All right, guys, let's get into it. So, Tommy's going to keep us straight with like the likes and stuff, and Tommy will let us know how many likes we have, and we'll set targets for the likes, please. So, yeah. All right, guys, let's get into it. I feel like I've talked a lot about everything but what has happened. So, what should we start with? Okay, let's start with the Love and Marriage Huntsville trailer. So give me a second, guys, just because I didn't have enough time to get everything set up. I got home literally less than 5 minutes before the live started. So I ran upstairs straight to my laptop, and here we are. So bear with me whilst I get this out. Okay, we are here. All right, let me share my screen. Okay, let me make sure I can even hear it. Okay, all right, let's go.
To spilling hot tea.
Okay, Miss Nell, first of all, like I think Miss Nell is a very beautiful woman. I think that I stand on it. I will always feel like she is a stunning looking woman, but I absolutely hate this makeup on her. I don't know who did this. Whoever did this, please don't do this to her again. If she did it herself, please don't do this to yourself again. Those eyebrows are hideous. And she is a stunning woman. Do you remember when she came on live one time and she had no makeup on and she looked absolutely beautiful? That is what I want to see. Like, I just wish that she would do less of this and more of that, where she looks absolutely stunning. So please, whoever did her makeup did her dirty. And if she's the one that did it herself, she needs to get someone else to do it next time. So Tommy is having cold Ribena for strength, but currently having dinner. Oh, fair enough. I miss having Ribena actually. It's been a while. But what are you having for dinner? Let us know. What are you having? Did you make it? What's that looking like? Also, now that you said dinner, I just remembered I haven't had dinner, but it's fine. I'm not even hungry anyway. All right, let's go.
Sometimes you spill it on yourself.
Did you guys pick that? So sometimes when you're trying to spill tea, you spill it on yourself. Who is he trying to refer to? That is interesting.
Huntsville drama continues.
Y'all trying to make it something it's not. She's giving me bad energy.
Ooh. Ooh. Did you see that? I'm going to play it a few times.
Girl, I'm coming back to Huntsville. You have a baby, but I get
So then it looks like Nell and Wanda are going at it. Craziness.
I don't like her.
Every Saturday night.
It wasn't communicated to me that I was supposed to have sex 2 or 3 times a day.
It looks like we're gonna
what?
Are we still talking about sex? How many seasons has it been? Why are we recycling storylines? Like, come on. Seriously.
Love and Marriage Huntsville. New
Like, what are we doing? I'm going to play it again because I want to make sure we all got it. And then I'm going to pause it a little bit more so we can talk about it.
episodes. Saturday, November 15th, 8.
Okay. Let's start again.
in hot tea.
Now, did you guys pick up what Marceau is saying? Do you think he was trying to come at here for hot tea? But okay, let's play that again.
Sometimes you spill it on yourself.
When you're trying to spill hot tea, sometimes you end up spilling it on yourself. Like, I'm like, you guys know Marceau be in the YouTube streets. This is why I'm wondering if he is low-key trying to shade here for hot tea. That's where things get a little bit tricky. Is he trying to shade here for hot tea, or is it just like, is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence? Super said, I saw the trailer. I cannot believe Kimmy is back to talking about her libido. This is the thing. I honestly cannot believe it. And I feel like maybe Marceau knows, maybe Maurice knows that something about his infidelity is going to come up soon. And he's trying to save face by saying that his wife is not satisfying him. Because that's the only explanation for why they keep bringing this libido story up. Because why we didn't like it the first time. Why is it a conversation again? I just don't get it. Why is it a conversation for the 11th time? It doesn't make sense. Pancakes and sausages for dinner. Ooh. Okay. A good breakfast for dinner. How nice. Okay, so let's play it again. And then I will stop it in between a little bit more, so we can know and talk about it a little bit more.
The Huntsville drama continues.
Y'all trying to make it something it's not.
So it looks like Tisha and Nell are going at it. Nell feels like you're trying to make it into something that it is not. To be honest, I'm not surprised that Nell and Tisha don't get along. I feel like Tisha probably feels like Nell is almost like Miss Wanda. And sometimes you can't get along with people that bring out something that was. I'm not trying to say that Wanda was traumatic, but I can imagine living with Wanda was not the easiest for Tisha, right? And having to deal with Wanda. So I don't know if that's the reason Tisha does not really see it for now, because for some reason it feels like they're always clashing about something. And we also know Tisha gets liquid courage. So who knows what has happened? Maybe she got some liquid courage. And I think it's obvious that Tisha is trying to be the new it girl on the show. Now, is that going to work? No, I don't think she really has the personality for it. I don't think she's interesting enough for it. I think Marceau is interesting. Um, Aside him, I don't find anyone else on that show interested. I think Miss Nell isn't bad sometimes, but for the most part, like I don't find I don't find Tisha that interesting. So Tommy is saying we only have 38 likes. Please smash that like button. Let's at least get the likes up to 50. Please hit that like button, please, and thank you. At this point, it's like once you come in and hit that like button, it's like, what number are you? Let's get in line with the numbers. Like, please, thank you. Okay. So interestingly, Super has a different perspective. So you think Marceau is talking about Martel when he was talking about when you tried to spill the tea and the tea and you spill. Oh, interesting. You may be right, you know. I didn't even think about it like that because you're right. Martel was trying to spill the tea and then everyone ended up looking at Martel like, are you silly? Like, what did you do in Vegas? You're talking about what everyone else did in Vegas, but what did you do in Vegas? And to be fair, everyone felt like it didn't go well. The whole exposure didn't go well at all. So yeah, that is very, very odd. But yeah, you might be right, actually. Super, I think you're right. I think you're right. That fits even more, much better than the idea that it may have been here for hot tea. Okay.
It's giving me bad energy.
Ooh, girl, I'm coming back to.
So Wanda is coming back to Huntsville. I think we already knew she was back in Huntsville with the way she was running her mouth everywhere. I think it is obvious that she is back in Huntsville, but of course they had to kind of try to introduce her on the show here.
Huntsville.
Are we surprised that Nell and Tisha's mom are going at it? Nell and Wanda are going at it. Are we surprised? I personally am not surprised. I can definitely see that. I feel like we said, Wanda is always jumping into things that don't necessarily concern her as long as it has something to do with her daughter. So I suspect that Wanda heard that Miss Neil and Tisha aren't on good terms, and Wanda decided to step in there. And this is what I don't like about the Scots and the dynamic they have on the show. I feel like there are too many of the Scots and too many alliances. And I think that's one of the things that breaks shows. So the fact that like Tisha and Kimmy clearly have an alliance, the fact that of course Marceau and Maurice and Tisha and Kimmy, and then add Wanda to the mix, it feels like it's everyone versus them, which I think can get really, really problematic because it's like, how is it that there's a bunch of people on the show, but then 5 out of the people on the show are related or have some sort of, yeah, they're related basically. It doesn't make any sense, right? And then if you think about the rest of them, Destiny has an alliance with Tisha, which means she has an alliance with the Scots, right? Which makes it even worse. So now it's like 6 people, and then the other people left would be Nell, Chris, Ken, and Trish, right? Those would be the only people that don't necessarily have, I guess, some sort of alliance or seem to have some sort of alliance with the Scots, which means they're on their own and probably easy targets. If you think about Trish, Trish can barely open her mouth. So I don't think it makes sense to be going back and forth with Trish. Like, what would you go back and forth about? Right? And so the next best thing, or the only person that they can truly go after, would be Nell. Now, do I feel bad for Nell? No, because I feel like she saw how they came at Melody, and then she had the opportunity to stand by her friend and still jumped in. Right? So, yeah, I personally don't have any empathy for her. I'm just like, yeah, nah. You put yourself in that situation. Do better. So Tommy is saying we have 43 likes. Please hit that like button if you haven't. Yes, please. You have heard that. Please hit that like button. Please and thank you. Let's get the likes up to 50, please. Thank you. Okay. Super3701 says exactly too many alliances on one side. Absolutely. I need them to shake it up. They need to remove some people so the alliances shift. If I were Carlos, the first thing I would do is I would tell Marceau and Maurice, and there can only be one of you as the main cast. The next person is going to be a friend of. That's it. A friend of will barely be seen. You will be seen every once in a while. And if I had to vote, I will vote for Marceau and Tisha to remain on the show. I say that because Tisha is problematic enough to cause some rifts, and Marceau is interesting enough to carry them. Between Kimi and Maurice, none of them are interesting enough to me. So if I had to choose between one of them, I would chuck Kimmy Scott and Maurice off the show. And then that way, that would reduce the alliances. If two people leave and it's Kimmy and Maurice, then that will leave 3 people left in the alliance, as in 3 people from the Scots, right? Including Wanda. I guess they can decide to keep Wanda or leave Wanda. It wouldn't make much of a difference. Wanda would be a friend of as such, so she shouldn't have that much impact or have that many scenes. Then I think there would be a better balance on the show, and it would be less chaotic. The show would be more seamless. So I feel like I wish that they would actually make these changes, because I feel like if they don't make these changes, then we're going to see the same thing over and over again. We're going to continue to see recycled storylines. Nobody wants to be seeing no recycled storylines. At some point, it gets tiring. It's like we're seeing the same thing over and over again. One person on the outs with the Scots, right? That's not fun. So yeah. That show is boring. You are not wrong. The show definitely is boring. It is, yeah, it definitely comes across as boring. Absolutely. They really have nothing going on in their lives. Absolutely, I agree. I think if they did, there would be a lot more conversations. There would be a lot more scenes about something different. Like, it's Love and Marriage Huntsville. Give us something, right? It's just like, but it just feels like nothing new, right? Like, I thought that, okay, you said some people didn't like Melody. Okay, now Melody is gone. Revamp the show. Melody is gone now. Revamp the show. But it's like, still they can't revamp the show. Still, you can't make the show worth watching. You know? So who is to blame? Okay. Marceau is more likable. I completely agree. I think that I will pick Marceau. If I had to pick one of them, I'll pick Marceau out of. I'll pick Marceau first before I pick any of them. I'll pick Marceau first before I pick any of them. That much is certain. If you think about how Marceau had really good on-screen chemistry with Melody, it was very, very entertaining. It was really nice to watch. I would say yes, definitely will be picking Marceau out generally. Is Cousin Courtney still on the show? Huh. Was there ever a Courtney on the show? Or was that do you mean Stormy's husband? If you mean Stormy's husband, he's no longer on the show. Stormy and her husband are no longer on the show. If that's the Courtney you're talking about. Or are you talking about Married to Medicine? Does Married to Medicine have a Courtney? I can't remember, honestly. But if the only Courtney I remember at the moment is Courtney, who is Stormy's husband. And Stormy already left the show, so her and her husband are no longer on the show. Yeah. That's the only Courtney that I know. Unless there's someone else who's called Courtney. If you guys remember anyone else called Courtney that I'm wrong about, please let me know. Hey guys, for those who have just come in, you're welcome. We're currently talking about the trailer of Love and Marriage Huntsville, so feel free to catch the replay. Also hit that like button. Thank you very much. Okay. I think he said she doesn't live in Huntsville, she lives in Bessemer. Yes. You did mention that actually. Okay, let me play the clip.
I don't like her.
I don't like her. Okay.
Every Saturday night.
It wasn't communicated to me that I was supposed to have sex 2 and 3 times a day.
This is the thing. You have to be careful who you choose. So she's like, it wasn't communicated to her that they were going to be having sex that often. And my thing is like, why do you need to keep having sex that much? Like, aren't you busy? Like, are you not busy? Don't you have energy for other things? Don't you have other things that need to be done? Aren't you a lawyer or something? Don't you have credit one? Because if you're out grinding, making money, how much time would you have to be having sex? It's very, very odd. Like I just don't get how much energy and time you would have to be having sex. It doesn't make any sense. That many times in a day. Like I understand, okay, maybe you're married, so maybe 3 times a week. But 3 to 4 times or 4 to 5 times a day? And you want us to believe that you're not a nymph? And you want us to believe that everything is good with you? That is very hard to believe. I'm sorry. I feel like there is healthy sexual appetite and there is extreme. It's like, what are we even doing? So I feel like Maurice's appetite is falling more under the extreme. And my thing is like, they've talked about it. We don't talked about it a while ago. It's like, why is this a conversation that is being recycled? My thing is, Carlos, when these people come to you about their storylines for the season, what do you tell them? Don't you tell them like, okay, we've heard this before. Do you have something new going on in your life? Are we still talking about sex? Are we still talking about your libido? At some point, you have to be honest with the people. Are we still talking about your libido, or why is this still a topic of conversation? Isn't there something else that we can talk about? Like, these are the things that I need Carlos and the people over there, the production, need to be telling them. Because why does it feel like this is another season of the same issues? It doesn't make any sense. Like we had a whole season when she had cancer, when the conversation was constantly about Maurice's libido. It's like after that, we still had conversations about it. Now we're having conversations about it again. It's like, when is enough going to be enough? Why can't we talk about something else for the love of God? No, please, we don't want to hear about your sex life, Marisa and Kimmy. We do not. We do not care. We do not want to know nothing about it. We do not want to hear anything about that. It's nasty. We do not even want to imagine you having sex. Please and thank you. I thought it was cute when I was in my early 20s, but now get off me. Exactly, right? Like maybe when you're a lot younger, you may think, oh, he finds me attractive. Oh, but when you deep it and you have commitments and you have to move, you have to go to work, you have to run a business, you have to take care of your children. Ain't nobody got time to be doing 4 to 5 times a day. That is too much, in my opinion. That is too much. I don't know anyone. And I have some friends who talk about how much they like sex, all that. But I don't know anyone that would say 4 to 5 times a day when you have life and commitment as an adult is not too much. So I don't really understand how this man can sit in front of the cameras with a straight face having a conversation with his wife about it. Very, very odd to me.
It looks like we're gonna.
It looks like we're gonna, like, are you trying to threaten her? And this is why I say that if you guys picked up earlier, I said it's almost like, is he trying to prepare her in case something allegedly comes out about him stepping out? In case some rumors allegedly or rumors of him allegedly stepping out comes out. Like, is that why he is basically out here saying this? Like, that's the question I have. Because I just think like it's a very, very odd thing to put that up and to bring that up and then be like, yeah, we're going to have to. What do you mean we're going to have to? What are we going to have to do? How about you think about someone else but yourself, sir? And find a compromise that works. So the way he's speaking to her sounds like he's trying to give her an ultimatum. And look here, I'm starting to feel like Kimmy is fed up. But I don't know if Kimmy is ever going to leave the man unless he publicly humiliates and embarrasses her. But I feel like he already embarrassed her with the cancer business and talking about her rolling over and taking it. But she still didn't leave him. So it's like, I guess I don't know what is going to make you guys leave or make you leave. Hello to all the new people who just came in. You're welcome. Please hit that like button as you guys come in. We're currently talking about the trailer of Love and Marriage Huntsville. There's been some like little nuggets here and there, so we're just like dissecting that. Feel free to catch the replay. And if you want to be live with us, you can either like catch the replay on 2x and join us, or just join us now, and catch the replay later. But anyway, so it just feels like, are you trying to threaten the woman? Are you trying to let her know, like, yo, if you don't put out, I'm going to have to step out and get what it is that I want? What? Look at his face. Look at his face. Diabolical. Look at his eyes, his face. He has that smirk on his face, almost like, yeah, I'm gonna go do what I want to do. Allegedly. This is just my perspective. This is my opinion. Where's my banner? Let's put that banner up. But it just looks like he's just like, yeah, I'm gonna do whatever I want to do because you're not giving me 4 to 5 times a day. Absolutely ridiculous. I would say she needs to stop being in denial. She needs to stop being in denial. That man wants to be free to do whatever he wants to do. I guess I have a question. How is the relationship with that he has with Kiowa? The relationship he had with Kiowa in the past, what happened with that? Did he this is just me trying to figure out, was the relationship different in some way? Was he also having sex with her 4 to 5 times a day? These are the questions I want to ask Kiowa. Or is he just saying it now because he wants to use it as an opportunity? Because he wants to use it as an opportunity to make sure she, to make sure that if he cheats, he has a, in quotation marks, a valid excuse. Of course, he doesn't have a valid excuse, but you know what I mean by that, right? So it's just honestly, it's very, very weird. I am disappointed that this is still a storyline. I'm disappointed that Carlos is letting it fly yet again. It's like, how many times are these people going to come to us with the same recycled BS? How many times are they going to come to us with the same storylines? Enough is enough. Okay. Also, one thing I'm trying to do before I forget is I'm trying to slightly change the time for the one video that is going live on the channel so that it doesn't coincide with us being on live as well. Okay, I've done that now. I'm with y'all. All right, let's read some comments. I think I missed some comments in the chat earlier, so let me just catch up. Is cousin Courtney still on the show? Tisha's cousin Courtney. Oh, I don't remember any of Tisha's cousin that was Courtney. Does anyone remember Tisha's cousin that was Courtney? I don't think so. And if that's the case, if I don't remember, that means there isn't anyone there called Courtney. Interesting. You haven't watched in 3 seasons. Honestly, you haven't missed anything. There's really nothing that has happened in the last 3 seasons that, yeah, you definitely didn't miss anything. Trust me. Oh, I saw someone mention some food. You all know I love my food, honey. So let's see. Donna Pot says she is eating salmon and fresh green peppers, mushrooms, and red onions. Ooh, that sounds delicious. Ooh, that sounds delicious. Look, I'm like, do I have some salmon at home? I think I've run out of salmon. Speaking of which, I meant to have done grocery shopping this week, but I'm going to just like maybe I'm going to do it before I go to bed and just order a few of like my proteins and vegetables and stuff. Because I'm really trying to get back on this like healthy eating thing. But Loki is like, sometimes you be forgetting. Like for me, I'm just like, I've had so much like plantain crisp, random things that I'm just like, how does this help your goals, for goodness sakes? I feel like I need to read a book because I was doing so well. And then when I traveled to Italy and Albania recently, I feel like my routine just changed completely. Like I turned into this person who like wakes up later and eats whatever, which is so unlike me. And so now I'm just like, girl, you need to get it together, please. So maybe I need to read like a book, or I'm going to try and find like a summary of a book about like how athletes train, or like something about the mindset of an athlete. If you guys have any books or anything that you can recommend, um I don't read books necessarily because I don't really have that much time. But what I do now is I listen to like maybe a 15-minute summary of the key takeaways from the book. And then what I want to try to do is like replay that over and over again until my mindset shifts and I'm able to get back into routine. So if you have any suggestions that could help, please put it in the chat for me. Okay. So Belinda, hi Belinda, it's been a minute. How are you? Her and Tisha's supposedly her and Tisha are supposed to start a business together. Oh, I see. Oh yes. Courtney is the real estate cousin, isn't she? Yes. We haven't seen her in a minute, actually. We haven't seen her in a minute, but I suspect she's still probably on the show, yes. Super3701 says Courtney was there when Kiki threw the water. Ah, I see. Yes. Wow, you are really good with names, you guys. You guys are really good with names. I'm not very good with names. I'm better with faces. So, but yeah. Nah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you all. Oh, Belinda is feeling great. It's good to have you here in the chat. But yeah, what are you drinking, girl? All right. Okay, let's see what the people are saying in the comment section, Loki. I'm like curious. Let's see what the people are saying. They're going to play 2 episodes and resume next September. Tisha had to go get her mom to handle Nell. My favorite is Miss Nell. The way the show takes breaks, then just reappears is so ghetto to me. Can we get announcements or a heads up? I hate it. Absolutely, I hate it too. Like you just wake up one random day and then you realize the show is no longer on air for a while and you're like, what is going on? So yeah, it is very, very odd, to be completely honest. See, Miss Wanda missed her match with Miss Nell because Miss Nell can turn up too. Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. Agree. And I think that's the thing. It's like sometimes low-key, I'm just like, I'm glad that Miss Nell has found someone that she can spar with because Tisha is not really a worthy opponent. So I guess now her and Wanda can go back, back and forth. Someone said, here we go with the libido again. They didn't let Martel say one word in this clip. Absolutely. It's like, look, they're phasing Martel out. And Carlos is there with the fan. Hun, it's not giving what you think it is, sir. It really is not. So, let me see what people are saying in the comments. So, someone says you need to offer Maurice some therapy. Okay? This is what I love about sometimes the people. The people are like, you need to offer some therapy. Okay, so this person's asking about DC. Okay, nah, I don't care about that. No more Wanda with the 80s hairstyles. Miss No is my fave. Maurice has an ex addiction. There are issues he hasn't dealt with. He needs therapy. This is another sign that he is incapable of being faithful. Yeah, I feel like he's just trying to prep her, really. He's trying to prep and prime her so that she would openly say out of her mouth, okay, if I can't satisfy you, then maybe perhaps you need to get someone else. I low-key feel like that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to groom her. He's trying to prep her. This is my opinion. I'm not stating it as a fact. Allegedly, he's trying to prep her. Maybe groom is not the right word, but he's trying to prep her. I'm here for my Leo sister. It's about time we see her back on the show. Maurice has a problem. Tisha is still calling her mommy to fight for her next. Yep. Ciao. Maurice definitely had an issue. When are you working? And I don't mean Kimmy. Absolutely. That's the thing. When are you working? If you have so much time to do SCX, when are you working? What is happening with that law degree? What's going on? These are the questions I have because you have too much time on your hands. Entirely too much time. Okay, let's move on to a different story. Let me just, whilst I do that, please hit that like button. And for those of you who have not told us what you guys are drinking or eating, put it in the chat. And then whilst you do that, I will look at, let me get the other thing that I wanted to talk about. Let me put it in a new tab so I can just easily replace. Oh, perfect. Sorry guys. In the meantime, please hit that like button. Tommy, how many likes do we have at the moment? Please hit that like button, everybody. This is where it gets interesting, okay? Let me share this so you guys can see it. This is where it gets interesting. So, the cast photos for season 12 of Married to Medicine has been released. And guess who is missing? Guess who is missing? I'm going to let y'all put it in the chats. Guess who is missing from this cast photo? I'm gonna give you some time to look at it. One person is missing. Stare at it, look at it. One person is missing. Like, for instance, looking at it now, I see Toya. Toya looks different in the face, but I see Toya. I see Simone. I see Contessa. I see Quad. Quad looks good. I love her outfit. I see Simone. I see the new girl who I can't remember her name now. Who is missing? Dr. Heavenly. Ring, 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 ring. Where do you think Dr. Heavenly went to? Because I'm just like, there is no Dr. Heavenly in sight. Is it that they're tired of Dr. Heavenly, that they're like, nope. You don't even get the opportunity to see Dr. Heavenly, honey. No Dr. Heavenly in sight. Yep. Is it because Dr. Heavenly is trying to... Wow, she has been demoted then. So, okay, so I see a picture of her now, but she's not in the official picture, which gives the impression she has been demoted to being a friend of. Wow. What do you think happened? Why do you think they demoted her to... Tommy says sweet tea. Why do you think they demoted Heavenly? Deandra Shante says she's running for political office. That's the thing. Low-key, when the whole political office thing came up, I thought it was a joke. Especially because it's like Quad is meant to be her campaign manager. Like, I thought it was a joke. And to find out that, yo, she ain't joking, it's pretty serious. Like, it's definitely very, very shocking for me. Like, I don't know who, well, I would be surprised if the people vote for her, but who knows? With the state of affairs, I won't be surprised if people vote for her. She is running for councilor of Atlanta. Let's see if she wins. If you guys are in Atlanta, would you be voting for Heavenly? I don't know if I'll ever vote for Heavenly, but yeah, let me know. Actually, I know I would not never vote for Heavenly, but yeah, that goes without saying. I feel like I've seen enough of how she behaves on the show to know that there is no way I'm voting for her. No, ma'am. Not a chance. She's a friend of, yep, she is a friend of. I'm excited too because I feel like she does entirely too much on the show. I know a lot of people love her and love her antics, but like, I personally don't find them funny. I just find them excessive, to be completely honest. So I personally do not mind the fact that she's going to be a friend of the season. Like, the fact that we get to see less of her, wonderful. I wish her the best, but I'm happy that we don't get to see her yapping her gums constantly. So yeah, I wish her the best, but I did think it was interesting that she is not in the cast photo. Even if she is doing what she's doing, I would have expected at least for there to still be a picture of her on the final photo. Okay, so I want to play the trailer for you guys for Married to Medicine. We are going to have to keep pausing it, and just to flag, we're being able to use it due to like fair use policy, and we're going to be able to give commentary on it. Super says, thank God I'm not in her district. I wouldn't vote for that clown. Absolutely. There's no way I would vote for her. Like, I just feel like she's done too much that for me, I'm like, yeah, nah. I need somebody that I can trust, that I feel like has integrity, and the way she moves with no filter, no way would I be voting to have that kind of person in a position of power. But I guess we'll have to see how things pan out. Besides, I would also feel like she's not taking it seriously enough because she got Quad as a campaign manager. I would have expected someone with actual experience doing it as opposed to Quad. So to me, it just like makes me feel like, yeah, you're not even taking it that seriously, because if you were taking it that seriously, Quad would not be your campaign manager. Okay. So let's watch the trailer. Give me a second to get it on the screen. Alright. So you guys should be able to see it now. So I'm going to keep pausing. Maybe let me even make it less big. Let me make it less big. Yeah, I don't know if that would help. Because I'm just really trying to avoid this whole copyright business. But anyway.
Ladies, set your intentions. Remember how powerful your words are. We all should be able to drag.
Okay.
I'm ready for the drag right now if you're interested.
Okay, so does it sound like Simone and Quad are not going to be getting along or what? Like, what is going on? Yeah.
Set your intentions on what you want to release.
What kind of friends focus on the negative? Damn.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I miss when Married to Medicine wasn't always so drama focused. Like now it just feels very like it feels very heavily centered on drama, honestly.
Please, bitch.
And who is the person that's sitting next to Toya?
Say, God, I thank you.
Toya is already calling people bees. Like, girl, what is going on? Already calling people bees. Like, it hasn't even been that long. Oh, that's funny. Okay.
Thank you for healing me.
You're a fucking liar. And you're
Whoa. So she says that to Heavenly. You're an effing liar.
a damn fake ass bitch.
And you are a dang fake ass bee. And this is the person that wants y'all to vote for her. Okay.
You don't need.
If Jackie even said she was running, I would have been like, okay, Jackie, fair enough. Makes sense, you know. Jackie kind of gives the persona of someone you would probably like trust with like stuff. She gives more of that persona versus Miss Heavenly over here, or Dr. Heavenly over there. Because with Dr. Heavenly, it's just, I don't know what it is about her that just can't control herself. And I don't like feeling like I'm voting for unhinged people. I like to vote for people that I can place, people that like, you know, how they behave, that people that know how to carry themselves in society. I just feel like Dr. Heavenly is confused. Do you want to be a politician, or do you want to do what you want to do, which is continue to be full of conflict?
All God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit.
This season on Married to Medicine.
What's up, players? What's up?
They love a themed party. I will say that. They love a themed party.
This is the 3rd annual Med Gala.
Your iron tablets tend to constipate you. You'll be full of but don't worry about that.
Okay, Simone. My gosh.
Well, I think we're ready.
Don't be nervous.
Whoa.
Oh wow, so she's really doing fertility treatments. Like Quad really wants to have a baby. Like initially I wasn't sure if it was just giving like storyline, because you know how like some of these people, everything is just giving storyline. Like you're not sure if it's genuine, but seeing her actually doing it on camera, it's given like, wow, she really is trying to have a baby. Guys, please hit that like button. You have heard it from Diddy. Please hit that like button. Yeah, it's given storyline. The whole thing is given storyline. I'm not gonna lie. Everything screams storyline to me, which is so bothersome because it's like, what is going on? But I feel like at the very least, if she is going to be injecting herself on camera, she must really be trying to have a baby. It's given none of them are real friends or are friends, and they're just shooting a show full of conflict. Absolutely. And that's what I hate. I feel like I miss when it felt like they were friends or at least friendly enough. Now it just feels like drama, drama, drama. They are not really friends. They just are here together to film a show. And I feel like that's the dynamic that I don't like. And it's very similar to the dynamic on Love and Married Huntsville, where it feels like they're not really friends. They're just here to shoot a show and cause conflict. And to them, they feel like, oh, we've done a good job, right? And so that's honestly what it feels like versus, oh, these are friends. They get on really well. And then sometimes there's conflict. And yes, I understand, like, you can't always be friends with everybody. I get it. But it just feels like now everything is about conflicts and less about friendship. That's what I don't like.
Perfect. I decided to take my IVF journey to Ghana. I'm willing to travel over to the motherland.
So she is taking an IVF journey to Ghana. Why is that? Is it because there isn't enough funds to do the IVF in the US? I don't know. I'm a bit confused. Why? It's not that I'm doubting the, specialism of like doctors in Ghana. It's just, I'm just trying to understand, why would you leave a country like the US to go to Ghana to do your IVF? It's just a question I'm curious about. Like with the UK, I understand feeling like you have to pay so much for it. And you're just like, okay, let me do that. But like, is IVF covered by like insurance for you guys? I don't know. I'm just trying to understand why she would do that. That small clip is saying a lot. It is. Honestly, it is a bit confusing. Like, is it the funds don't exist for you to do it in the US? Or is it that you've done it a few times in the US and you want to try somewhere else? Like, why? I don't know. Especially because you are in the doctor circle and you have a lot of doctor friends. I would have expected that, like, especially gynecologist friends, I would expect you would feel comfortable doing it with them as opposed to going to Ghana to do it. It's just a little weird to me, honestly. Shocking.
For my babies.
Like, why? I'm hoping that, like, we get to know why on the show, because hopefully they would ask her in her confessionals at least, because I just don't understand, like, why you would do that. Especially when you're already in the Married to Medicine circle in Atlanta. Why all the way to Ghana? Interesting.
Welcome to the sun. Oh, suck it.
Oh, she looks good. All right, that's
Now,
The newbies will have to share.
share a room.
Share a room.
Where's the closest Ritz Carlton.
Oh, okay. She does not want to share. Where is the closest Ritz? Okay, girl. Go to the Ritz.
My name might be Angel, but I can be fiery. I
Do want to date?
What's the most important thing?
This? No. I don't need no anaconda, okay?
I inject. Anywhere you want to improve, I'm your girl.
Oh, interesting. So it seems like we have another newbie who injects people. She's like, anywhere you want to inject. So I'm guessing she does this more about, I don't know if she's necessarily a doctor, but looks like she does injectables. So probably all the Botox, all that kind of stuff. That should be interesting.
How to get them twins.
Flip it up and stay.
Welcome to the beautiful island of Jamaica.
We've had 10 couples trip.
Honestly, Jamaica is on my list because look at that sunset though. Look at that sunset. Like, I wish I could play the clip back and show you guys the sunset. But like, look at that sunset. I feel like Jamaica is on my list. But then at the same time, I have a friend who's Jamaican and we said we would go to Jamaica together. But I don't think she's available to go to Jamaica anytime soon. So I'm just like, I feel lucky. Like, should I just cave and do it by myself? Or should I wait until she's ready to go to Jamaica? Because I've been holding off for her. Because of her, instead of going to Jamaica that year, I decided we'll go to Mexico together, which we did. And now I'm just like, I really want to go to Jamaica, but do I have to wait for her? She's originally Jamaican, by the way. I don't know if that makes a difference. But it's like, guys, would you feel bad if you and your friend were meant to go somewhere together and then they go without you? How would you feel? Oh God, these calls that into this thing, even though it's on DND, it bothers me so much. Like, I don't understand. But anyway, would you guys feel some type of way if you and your friend was meant to go somewhere together and you're not ready, and then after waiting for you for a while, maybe like a year or two, they decided to go by themselves or go with someone else? Would you feel bad? But anyway, let me know. Tommy says, I'm excited to meet the newbies. Yes, I think I'll be interested to see how they get on. Because I think a lot of newbies don't really survive in the group for long. So I will see how they get on, to be honest. That's the best I can say, because we saw how things didn't exactly work out well with Sweetie. Or even Phaedra Parks. So we'll have to see whether that gets better for the newbies. But I'm very interested to see how that goes. But guys, please hit that like button. Smash that like button as you guys come in, because I noticed a few more people just came in. So please hit that like button. All right, Super says Angel wasn't staying at the Ritz on Love and Hip Hop. This is the thing. I feel like, Loki, sometimes these people, they forget that we've seen them somewhere. We know how they are. We know what they are on. So, of course, we know that is what they are on. So, you then pretending like, oh, you're a Ritz kind of girl when you weren't a Ritz girl on the Love and Hip Hop is laughable to me. But okay. Show off. Tommy thinks waiting for 2 years is actually long. I don't think I'll feel bad. Okay. Thank you for that, because I really feel like, I feel like I've waited enough. And in 2 years, even though I definitely waited enough. We did Mexico together, and then I went to Thailand to see her as well. So I feel like, I don't think so. If I go in December to Jamaica, I think hopefully she doesn't feel bad. But I'll think about it though. Angel is friends with Quad. Yes, she is. I think it will be interesting to see if they still keep that relationship or if they fall out. And because sometimes like you be friends with people and then they come on the show and then you guys fall out. Like perfect example, Shamia and Portia. So it will be very interesting to see if Angel falls out with Quad or Quad falls out with Angel. Is so many one season wonders from Married to Medicine. Absolutely. I think that I don't know what it is about Married to Medicine, but a lot of the newbies never really end up staying. They don't, it just doesn't mesh very well. So as much as I'm excited for some newbies, I don't know how or whether it's going to work. Because it feels like it almost feels very classist, and it feels like these people don't, they stay together, they stay in a niche, they don't really like to have outside people or people they consider outside people coming in. So yeah, I will definitely be very, very surprised if any of the newbies end up staying for way longer or staying for at least a few more seasons. It'd be very, very shocking for me. Angel is from Basketball Wives. I meant to say, and she was boring. Yes. You are right. It's Basketball Wives, not Love and Hip Hop. Is that Angel Love? I thought she was on Basketball Wives. Yes, but she's not on Basketball Wives anymore. So now she is on Married to Medicine. I guess that's the thing now. It's come to an era where they are recycling people. It's almost like people are moving from different places. Like Love and Hip Hop came, a show is now on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Back in the day, they would have said no to those kind of alliances, or they would have said no to like star or talent coming from other like franchises or whatever to Raw, for instance. But now look at them. So now we're having Angel from Basketball Wives moving over to Married to Medicine. So I feel like it's come to that time where maybe there aren't enough new people, and then they have to use some of the faces that they've seen, that we have seen before. So yeah, they're still friends, and I don't see the ladies being mean to Angel. I hope so, because I feel like the ladies are a little unpredictable. They can go from 0 to 100. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. But at least it's good that they're still friends.
We understand that problems happen in relationships.
Oh, they're couples trips that they usually do. I low-key feel like the reason they do these trips is to drum up drama. Honestly, I believe that so strongly, because that's the only thing that makes sense. It's given to drum up drama, honestly.
Come on. Okay.
Are you upset?
Parenting a child with special needs.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I feel bad for them, honestly, because yeah, it is a lot. It is a lot.
If I had to learn about my son being arrested on social media, what else is out there?
So, yeah. So it sounds like, so now we find out that the arrest was for real, because if I'm not mistaken, she was giving us the impression that wasn't really the truth. What do you mean you can't like the video? Why can't you like the video? What is wrong with the video? Why can't you like it? Why can't you like the video? Is anyone else having trouble liking the video, or is it you don't like the content, or what is it about? Okay.
I decided to take this journey with you, but let's be realistic.
Don't do this to me.
Whoa. So he's like, let's be realistic, and Quad seems it won't let her. Okay, guys. I'm just going to refresh this for a second. So I am Dahlia Ness is trying to like the video, but it's not letting her like the video. Do you have like an, yeah, because you would probably do. That's why you're leaving a comment. I don't know why. Is anyone having any trouble liking the video? Let us know if you're having trouble liking the video because I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe you need to come out of the video and come back in, like close the live and then come back into the live. I don't know if that would work, but I would say try it and let's see if that works. That's the only suggestion that I have. I don't know. Sometimes I just find like refreshing the app makes a huge difference. So I don't know if that would work, but I hope it does. But yeah, thank you, sis, for at least trying. Okay. So here, let's go back to Quad. Why is Quad crying so much? Now, first of all, it could also be hormones that are making her feel like this and feel everything, and it's all coming out on her face because she looks hella stressed. And he just looks like, okay, unbothered. So it sounds almost like maybe he wants to stop and she wants to have the baby, like, because she's like, don't do this to me. Like, that is very serious. I'm very interested to see what pans out between them on that, because yeah, that is very, very odd. And it's very sad because if one person wants a baby and the other doesn't want a baby, that can be a deal breaker, to be honest. If they can't come to some sort of resolve. I'm Dalianess, it works. Oh, fantastic. I'm so happy it worked. Thank you so much for putting the effort. Thank you.
I don't give a about the people who don't give a about me.
Because you know I do.
Be a leader and lead the men.
Right.
Whoa. So I feel like it sounds like Simone is getting on her husband, and now Toya is getting on Eugene. Be a leader, lead the men. Why do you have to tell your husband to be a leader? Like, what is going on here? That's a bit too much. Like, I'm usually quite chill about the way Toya generally talks to Eugene, but like, I don't know. There's something about that I don't like. Makes me a little bit uncomfortable. Or maybe I'm doing too much. I don't think Bravo pays enough for a new cast. It's a lot of heavy hitters here. Yes, I don't think they do. I feel like, especially for the first few seasons, they want to kind of make sure that you're worth the money. And so, yes, I don't think that they pay enough for a lot of really, really good cast. And I think this is why they have limited options and have to keep recycling people. So, yeah. I'm not surprised about that at all. I also understand it because they're probably thinking like, we don't know if you're going to make us money, so maybe let's not pay you so much at the start that we can't afford to continue to pay you that. So yeah, I think they do start them off low, and then over the years, if they prove themselves, then they start to, if they prove themselves and are also able to negotiate better. Heavenly knew before it hit social media she's trying to save face because she lied about it. Ah, I see. Okay, that makes sense. That absolutely makes sense because because it just didn't make sense that like everybody knows that if someone gets arrested and there's a mugshot, it's public information eventually. So there's no need to lie. That's why I don't understand. There are some lies that are just unnecessary and so freaking obvious. It's like, why are you lying when it's so obvious that you will get caught and everybody's going to find out it's a lie? Like, must that be something that you lie about? Like, no. But anyway.
You obviously don't feel like you are.
Whoa. Toya, what is going on? All that energy, mama, pipe down a bit. And I like Toya, but I'm like, baby, I need you to pipe down a bit. Sometimes I don't like that. That energy is a bit too aggressive, sis.
You know what needs to change? The wives.
We gotta change wives?
Not Damien talking about like what needs to change is wives. Honey, your wife needs to change. How about that? Let's start there. When she changed, maybe everyone else would. Hi, Priscilla. How are you? Hope you're good. Yeah. So instead of talking about the wives that need to change, maybe, just maybe, is your wife that needs to change. And I know, like, we're talking about how Heavenly is not on the show or whatever, or Heavenly is on the show, but she is not being, like, she's not on the front, um how do you call it, on like the cast picture and stuff. And I know, like, we're not really talking about it, but like, I do think, like, low-key, do you think it's because she has done certain things? Like, she has done things like gone a bit mad, said certain things on the internet that Bravo maybe did not okay, and then she is now being punished. By the way, everyone say hi to Priscilla. Priscilla is a member and she has been a member for a while. So, Priscilla, I hope you are well. How are you doing? Thanks for joining tonight. Dr. Eugene is my favorite. Me too. He's very level-headed, loves his family, loves his wife. But sometimes I wish his wife would talk to him better. I feel like sometimes the way she talks to him, I really do not like it, especially in the trailer. I'm hoping that it is her talking to him about something as opposed to her giving him that energy. I just don't like that. Especially because I feel like, especially when certain people are like soft-hearted and soft spoken, I feel like it's easy to then become maybe a bit more domineering as a wife, but you also have to be careful to not overdo it, which I think Toya may be falling into that space a little bit, if I'm being honest.
She has kicked her out. She has called her fake.
We need to be careful of you.
See?
Whoa. Okay, Toya is keeping the newbies. I knew Toya was going to get into it with some of the newbies. I just knew it. Toya is not shocking at all. Absolutely not shocking at all. Oh.
Girl, bye.
Don't say that about my son, bro.
Whoa. Oh, so you don't want anything to be said about your son? Okay, but Heavenly can talk about everybody else, but no one can talk about you guys' son? Mm-mm-mm.
You dog our whole fucking family. Leave my...
Yep. I knew Toya was gonna clock that A. Toya is like, you dog everyone's family, and now nobody can talk about your son. I'm sure that's what it's about.
Kids, out of your mouth. I cannot Dr. Jackie through this shit. It's not gonna work. Wait a minute, baby, you got the Bible in your lap. Sorry.
Are we surprised? Are we surprised? I think it's going to be an interesting season. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be interesting. They will keep us entertained. And I will be watching all of this and I will be talking you guys through it. We'll come over here and talk about it and address things. I do think it's definitely very much given Heavenly has been demoted. Because no matter what, she should be on the cast photo, the overall cast photo that is being used for promo. So her not being on it is very concerning. I wonder if she did something that pissed off Bravo, and she is now being made to pay for it. Because sometimes that's what happens, right? You piss them off in private, they show up and show out. They know how to get you. I'm sure, like, if we think about Kenya more, I'm sure some of the things Kenya did with like her going to marry Mark Daly without production probably pissed production off, and things have never been the same since then. I saw a difference in the way in which Kenya was treated, in my opinion, since then. And so I do feel like they definitely hold grudges. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like they hold grudges. And so maybe Dr. Heavenly has done something behind the scenes that we are not privy to. Maybe they are tired of Dr. Heavenly's live videos always talking about Ish, and they're like, she needs to shut up. Or Priscilla says, I'm good. I finally caught a live. Oh, lovely. Also, I did a recent members only live as well, that you can catch the replay for. I hope she was demoted for not sharing. I think that may have also been part of it, because think about it. If they found out that she knew that her son was arrested and said nothing, maybe that could be part of their annoyance with her, and she kept on like denying it, like it wasn't true, until everything finally fully came out. So I wonder if that could have been part of why she got demoted. But it's definitely given demoted. The fact that you're not on the cast photo means you have pissed off some people. Even if you're running for office or whatever, you have pissed off the wrong people. Priscilla says you're right. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so let's move on to... Let me see if there are any good comments in there. This show never disappoints. This looks so good. Best show on Bravo. King, please don't piss us off. Like, for real. Why isn't Evelyn in the cast photo? She's a friend this season. Okay. Quad is going through IVF. Yes, taunted Sweet Tea for the same thing. Evelyn probably couldn't be on the cast photo because of the election. Toya emasculating Eugene once again. Child, what's new? That's the thing. I really do not like that. And I hope Toya fixes up, because it's like, it's one thing to be like, oh yeah, you know, your man likes you like that or whatever, but yeah, don't emasculate the man, please. Like, don't do that. It's just too much. I feel like we just watch them. I'm ready for the Showers of Sunset or let's see, anything else? Emily is a friend. They don't even like each other. They just keep coming back from the drama. It seems I don't see anyone uplifting. I'm just going to watch like everyone else do. Absolutely. I agree with that. I feel like it's no longer like there's nothing uplifting about it. It seems very much like contrived. It's just the drama. People are coming for the drama. That's all it is about now. Yes, I miss when it was a mixture. Like, give us a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a whole lot of that. Like, that would be nice, you know? Okay. So I wanted to show you guys this. Should I talk about this first? All right, let me show you guys this. All right.
I was an intern there many moons ago, so it's my favorite local news station in the DMV. And anytime I go there, they always have me do their Hot Topics segment in addition to whatever I'm there to promote.
So just to give you guys some context, you know, we had talked about Candice's response to Wendy getting arrested, Wendy and Eddie getting arrested. And she, of course, was like writing for them, talking about like, oh, it's only $300, They're like picking on, you know, people, whatever. So now she's finally addressing it now that more detail is coming in about it. Now, guys, please hit that like button as you come in. Please hit that like button as you come in. Okay, let's go.
So they send me the topics in advance. So I had the topics. We were talking about J-Lo and that little movie she did, child, where she's, you know, she swears she is Broadway baddie.
I'm rooting for J-Lo. Keep continuing.
We're all rooting for you. Yeah. It was that. It was like, and it was a couple other topics. And 5 minutes before I am set to go on air for Hot Topics, our publicist, Alex, comes in and says, hey, there's breaking news and they want you to comment on it. And I was like, okay, what is it? And he shout out to...
Okay, so she's giving us a little bit of context of what happened before, because, like, of course, when she talks about the $300, it didn't really make sense because it was exceeding $300, but you could tell that she understood it to mean that the case was about $300. So she felt like Wendy and Eddie were being targeted, and so that's kind of how she based her, I guess, opinion, or what she based her opinion on. That said, at least now she's having the opportunity to give us the context and hopefully clarify her position on that.
WTTG, I was an intern there many moons ago, so it's my favorite local news station in the DMV. And anytime I go there, they always have me do their hot topic segment. And it was, at the time, all we knew was that there were fraud charges, and it was connected to something about $300.
That's why I say she did not read it properly. She saw that $300 and lost her mind, probably thinking, oh, just $300, who cares? Da, 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 da. As opposed to exceeding $300, because those are two completely separate things.
I'm saying it to you as I was receiving it. That's how I received it. So then I get on air, and of course I'm like, fraud charges for $300, that doesn't ring true or valid. That seems like something, a setup that Todd set up, as
set up by Todd to come to us with the BS. Okay.
The people say something that Todd set up. Hey, Todd, love you. It doesn't seem real. And
I get that, especially if you think it's 300, right? If you thought it was 300 and you know these people, of course you're not going to think it's real. But it was not 300.
And so I'm like, this feels like a setup. Karen was made an example of, and let me be clear, Karen served time for something that she did. She's paid her debt to society. I'm not saying that Karen was not wrong to drink and then drive. We know that's wrong. Karen knows that's wrong. It was, at the time, all we knew was that there were fraud charges. I got off the air and I went home, and I began to see more news coming out. And I learned what the actual allegations are. And my flabbers were gasted.
Okay. I think all our flabbers were gasted, to be honest. We were all shocked. We were rooting for you, in the words of Tyra Banks. We were all rooting for you. But yes, our flabber was definitely gasted. We were all shocked. We did not expect it to. Not the Dr. Wendy. Not Miss Wendy.
I was just without words. These are very, very serious allegations. Like, I'm clutching my hands together because it stresses me out.
Yep. I can only imagine what is happening in the Osefa household, because it is a serious charges. Well, it's not even a list of serious charges which could result in years of sentencing. So yes, clutching pearls and all.
These are serious allegations. It looks bad. It looks really bad. We can all say that. However, we only know what one side has given us. And if we're looking at what's on that side, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. I got off the air and I went home, and
Uh-oh. What is with the calls today, honey? What is with the calls today? Oh my God, I'm so sorry. And can you believe reducing interruptions is on my phone? It's first I put it on sleep, I was still getting calls. Now it's on work. It's like, what is going on? I need to figure out what is going on with my phone, honestly, because I put it on DND, I still get calls. I put it on work mode, I still get calls. I put it on focus, I still get calls. I put it on reduce interruptions, I still get calls. And this only happened once I had a new phone. Before, my phone was strong on that DND, honey. I do not know what is going on, but it's so annoying not being able to control access to me and the number of phone calls I get. But anyway, sorry, guys. So, yeah, her flabber was gasted. She sounds shocked. And that's the thing. Yeah, I honestly I don't even know. I don't even have the words, so I can only imagine. Especially because she is a friend. Well, as far as we know, her and Wendy are cool. So I can only imagine, like, it is a little bit tricky. I will say that. It is a little bit tricky. Okay. So let me see. What's the update? Yeah, so to be fair, we already did the Kelly Farrell ex-husband suing Bravo for $200 million over defamation and abuse allegations. We covered that last night, so we're not going to cover it again today. I'm just having a look to see if there is anything new that I have not covered. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Yeah, I knew people were going to find out. Let me see. I'm just trying to see if there's any little updates. Oh, okay. There is some update. About this is an update from the Braxtons, so we can cover that. I think that's quite really important because one of the things we had talked about over here was the way the Braxtons are treating the niece, who was allegedly molested by an elder, right? Well, okay, let me rephrase that. Let's just get it right. Inappropriate conversations were happening between the grown-ass man and a child. So PDF activities, let's just say that. So let me share this. Let me share my screen over here. Share this tab. So Tamar Braxton says she's pissed that she didn't get to air out Trina's ex-husband after he was seemingly accused of inappropriately texting their niece when she was 16. All of this was kept from me. Family secrets are real and will elf you and your life up. Okay? So Tamar says, no shade to nobody, but if I knew what I know now, I would have aired Gabe's ass out like I would have normally. But all this was kept from me till Ashley spoke out so that I would not. I'm pissed that I didn't get that opportunity. This season has made me ridiculously traumatized and triggered. Wow. Family secrets is real and it will F you and your life up. It did for me. And now that I am healed and healing, I can't help but to help other people who grew up like me. Enough is enough. And at some point, you have to do the right thing and show up for your younger self and other people who are hurting from other people's BS. So watch the dang show and please try and fix your effed up families like I'm trying to do. I still love them though. Wow. So it sounds like Tamar is trying to say that she did not know what happened to her niece until recently. Now, I will say, in all fairness to Tama is the only one that has given her niece a platform to be able to talk about it. And if you watch the last episode, it sounded like everyone was upset at Tama, and people were upset because the niece decided to speak up. And it's just like, this is her life. Why shouldn't she be able to speak up about what concerns her, about what is going on in her life? She should be able to say it. She should be able to speak up.
For real, 100.
Yeah. And to think that this is what Trina had to say is just crazy. But it is very sad, especially when it comes to like family secrets, because it's like it doesn't do anyone any justice. It makes it worse for the person who has dealt with the trauma to have to relieve the trauma, because everyone knows and no one is trying to protect you. There's nothing as upsetting as finding out that everyone knew, no one tried to protect you, no one did anything to make you feel better, no one did anything to address it, to protect you from abuse. People just like did whatever and that was okay. And so I can only imagine, I don't know whether or not I truly believe that Tama was not informed, but who knows? If Tama was not informed, or if Tama truly was not informed, then she was not informed, right? But if she is to be believed, then they knew why they didn't tell Tama, because they probably knew that Tama would not tolerate it. And the fact that these people are willing to tolerate a PDF file in their house that is married to their sister is crazy to me. There's no way. No effing way. So someone says, I love Tama. She's something else, but she keeps it G. I know Tony wishes she never showed us the rest of her family. You definitely knew. Well, it was him. I'm gagging. In many communities, topics like molestation or sexual trauma are often seen as taboo, which means survivors may not get believed or supported. This silence can perpetuate cycles of trauma across generations. Air them out. It needs to stop. I agree with this person 100%. The thing is, in you trying to save face, in you trying to hide and not say nothing and, keep the peace between the families, of course the survivor is going to not feel supported, because now they feel like you brushed it under the rug, you took the ability to speak up about something and you silenced them, so you become part of the problem. And so I feel like people need to start speaking up and taking action. If you find out a grown-ass man was trying to talk to your kid or a family member of yours, get the person arrested, right? Get the child into therapy straight away. Let her be able to deal with her feelings. Because one thing that usually happens is you start to feel guilty for something that is not yours to carry. You start to feel shame for something that is not yours to carry. It's not for you to feel shame or guilt, but these are the different emotions that you can feel, but you need to process them in the right space. Some of your family members may not have the right space, but if they can at least put you in therapy, for instance, then at least you get that safe space to be able to have those conversations. And so I like that Tama is speaking out. Just speak out. At least something is being done. I immediately said, which Trina, not the Diamond Princess, and I remember she has a sister named Trina, and I no longer cared about any other story anymore. I believe Tama, not Trina, still defending him. Tama, that's not your secret to reveal. Let Ashley speak or not speak on her terms. And Ashley already spoke out, guy. Maybe you don't know, but Ashley already spoke out. To be honest, I never thought Tama was the problem. She just kept it real while the rest of them was pretending and hiding things. To be honest, Tawanda is the main problem, and Trina needs to own up to stuff. Always going bad for her through her husbands, as you can see. Absolutely. I just think I'm glad that at least somebody was able to rally around her. Absolutely. Super 3701 says, girl, bye. I commend Tamar for speaking up. Her dad sent Tamar the cease and desist and sent one to his own daughter. So Ashley's dad sent Tamar a cease and desist. Are you kidding me? This is her life. This is her story. She needs to be able to tell it. How dare you send a cease and desist to your daughter to stop her speaking on what's happened to her? You should be providing a safe space. It's like, why do people care about their secrets more than they care about their family, more than they care about their daughters, their children? That is absolutely bananas, bonkers. Ashley's dad. Tawanda said that Trina was a victim instead of Ashley. Girl, I saw that and I could not believe what I was hearing. I was just like, sis, if Trina was even saying, I'm not really a victim, she's like, yeah, but you are though. I'm like, Tawanda, are you okay? Tawanda, are you okay? You can't be okay. I don't know how else to say it. Because it's like the fact that she felt like she was a victim instead of Ashley, who went through it, is craziness to me. You have so much empathy for Trina and what Trina was going through, but where was the empathy for Ashley and what Ashley has to deal with? That was crazy to me. I could not believe that. I was just looking at Tawanda in disbelief. I was definitely, my flabber was gasped. Let's say that. Because I could not believe it. You sit in front of this lady and you talk about how she's a victim. Yes, the real victim. You're not there supporting her in any way. Like, when did Trina become a victim? She chose to stay with the man. And I will not be surprised if she still stayed with the man after she found out this whole thing. So who's the victim? Who was the victim? It can't be you. So yeah, absolutely not. And I think with people like Tawanda, you have to be careful because someone like Tawanda can get you riled up. She can get you feeling like you are in the right. Because now Trina may have even been feeling bad, like, okay, I didn't show up enough for my niece Ashley. I wasn't there for her enough. Even though wow. She remarried him, absolutely disgusted. I remember, but I didn't know what the timelines were. But wow, the fact that she still remarried him after that is crazy to me. So she has, and this is why Trina looked so sad and she was crying so much, because she knows she was wrong. Why would you remarry somebody who did that to your niece? Where is the protection for your niece? Your niece was a child. The man was a grown-ass adult. He knew better, and yet chose not to. And so it's very, very concerning that she still married him after that. It's like, that means you have no self-esteem. That means you don't even care about your niece. You don't care about nothing else but yourself. To go ahead and marry the man that put your niece through that. Even if it means crying that you miss your man, but leave that man alone. Get him arrested. Right? It's like, where is the protection for children? Like, why do adults feel like it's okay? She's 16. Who gives a dang? She's still not an adult. Right? Run up to the police. Give them the footage. Give them the proof. Get this man arrested. Because the thing is, like, what's to say he won't do it again? And also, one is enough. If he's done it once, let him get the consequences of his actions so he knows what not to do again. But instead, we coddle these men. We don't hold them accountable for such disgusting actions like this. Which is so concerning. Absolutely so concerning. I'm definitely very disappointed. I will say that I wish that they had at least, even if I personally feel like the best thing is to arrest the man, even if they didn't want to arrest the man, you guys could have sat down with your niece. You guys could have put her in therapy. You could have had conversations with her constantly. You could have continued to do things to let her know that I love you. I'm sorry this happened to you. We are here for you. We are your family. Instead of making her feel alone, unsupported, and having to deal with the implications of a grown man's actions, the consequences of a grown man's actions. And you can tell from like some of the TikTok videos, don't get me wrong, I feel like she's still in the process of healing. And, you know, it takes time. It does take time. But you can basically see from the way she's like moving and stuff that yes, it does take time. It's a process. Absolutely. But she still has a long way to go. You can tell that how can I put this? I want to be very sensitive. You can tell that she is healing, right? She's healing, but she still has a long way to go. You can tell that when that incident happened, and also it wasn't addressed for a while, it wasn't treated, right? It caused, you can tell some of the way she acts and the way she speaks, I'm like, oh, she still needs a lot of healing in this area, right? I won't be surprised if I feel like, look, I feel that way, but I also don't want to say that into existence because I hope that I am wrong. I hope that it hasn't stunted her growth in some way. This is the time for all her family members. I wish that Trina would just sit down, have a think about it, and apologize. But that's also the problem about when you don't have the right people around you. If Trina wasn't around that husband of hers, maybe she would have thought about it and really apologized. But Trina is around that husband of hers, and Trina is around Tawanda. And Tawanda thinks she is a victim. So unless she sits with herself outside of Tawanda and her husband and any other person and sits down within herself and thinks, is that the way I should have treated my niece? Shouldn't I have had more support for her? I'm the adult. She's the child. I should have been reaching out. I should have done more to make her feel comfortable. I should not have been insinuating that she's had physical relations with the man. That's what I would wish for her. That's what I would hope that Tracy will get to that place. Instead, she's talking about, well, the number hasn't changed. I'm like, okay, even if her number hasn't changed, why can't, even if her niece's number has changed and her number hasn't changed, it doesn't matter. You can get the number from Tamar. You can get the number from someone else, probably your mom. So I don't think that that is a valid excuse. It's just given you are burying your head in the sand and you're choosing not to maintain a relationship with your niece because of everything that happened, which is very sad and disappointing. It makes you come across as not a woman's woman, not a girl's girl. It comes across as you're all about the male affection and anything to do with a man. That's all you need and want. Priscilla says she needs the support of her family. She absolutely does. I completely agree with that. You can just tell. The way she is moving like somebody who needs the support. And I just wish that all of them, every single person, including Tony, whoever, I would love if everyone forgets about the embarrassment they think they are getting from it being exposed and rally around this young woman. It's something sad has already happened to her sister. We need to be careful and rally around her so that nothing terrible happens to her as well. So I just wish the family would put their pride aside. Put that pride aside. That pride is not going to save you. That pride is not going to help you. Put your pride to the side and focus on supporting this young woman, being there for her, whatever she needs, nurturing her back to health. So that she can also, if she wants to get married, if she wants to date, she is healed enough to be able to do so. Andre says Tamar Braxton paid her niece's flight to USA from Spain. Absolutely, she did. And I think it was definitely needed. The conversation needed to be had. It's not okay for everything to just be hush hush and everybody's acting like ain't nothing happened, when in reality, something as major as this happened. And so I'm definitely very proud of Tamar. I know like Tamar is a troublemaker most times, but in this one, I am with Tamar on this one. I absolutely support her bringing her niece over there to talk about it, giving her a safe space to talk about it. I'm absolutely fine with that. And I think it needed to have been done a long time ago. But like she said, she didn't know about it. So I'm glad that she is giving her niece the platform. And I hope if the niece ever comes across this video, whatever videos that she comes across, I hope that she knows that people out there are a lot of people out there that can relate to what she went through. It's not okay. And I hope she no longer has shame or guilt about it and is dealing with it in therapy. Okay, let's see. Was there anything else that I have not covered that was on my list for today? Let me have a look. Let me have a look and see if anything. Okay, I don't see anything that has come up that I have not. I don't think so. I think everything is covered. Yeah, I think I already covered the Kelly stuff. I'm trying to see if there's anything. Yeah, I can't really see anything else that I need to cover. Actually, I think there is one more thing. Oh my goodness, I almost forgot. There's one more thing that I have not yet covered, and that is the issue of Glenn, actually. Glenn from Bell Collector. So you guys know we talked about Glenn, and Glenn is the one married to Letitia, and we talked about it yesterday when Glenn decided, well, okay, let me not say Glenn decided, because low-key, it wasn't necessarily Glenn that decided. I think the people were tired of his mess. It sounded like Amanda was trying to tell us Glenn was all up in her DMs, okay? And Latrice, who kept saying Letitia is her big sister, said nothing, did not even give her a heads up, did not say nothing about it. Instead, She set up an invitation for an event, set up the pool party, which was a couples thing, obviously, for obvious reasons, and then had Amanda show up, and Amanda decided to talk about it. The way she brought it up was completely left field. They were playing a game and she decided to bring it up. So fast forward to that, you guys know I read what Latrice had to say. Now it's beyond Latrice. Glenn himself is coming out. So Glenn is basically saying that people will say or do anything to get their 3 to 5 seconds or 3 to 6 seconds of fame. But what would they do when that ish goes up, right? So he said he doesn't understand why they would like to come for him to get a storyline. He then goes on to say the show is not Love and Married Huntsville. Not Love and Married Huntsville getting a freaking catching a stray. And he was like, he is a stand-up guy who basically like defends and loves his wife. And so a fan then asked him if Amanda was lying on him, right? And doing it for clout, which he said, yes, of course, she was doing it for clout. No disrespect, but this ain't Love and Marriage Huntsville. So he is basically trying to make us believe that he did not step out. And Amanda is basically doing the whole thing for clout. Amanda is lying. He wasn't really doing nothing. And then he said he's not a Hollywood type of guy. And he came from a different walk of life, but he loves his wife. And he, basically, he's not trying to throw the marriage away, honey. He wants them to be together forever. Now, the thing about Letitia is that thing that she brought out last week, or the statement that she brought out, was it yesterday or a couple of days ago? That statement was given, maybe she decided to leave him. But at the same time, when I think about how that statement still, at the start of the statement, pretty much feels like she was coming at the woman more than she was coming at him. There was literally one slight little line about him, and everything else was about other people's betrayals. And I'm like, nah, the biggest betrayal you should be worried about is the one from your husband. That's the biggest betrayal. That ain't got nothing to do with anybody, but that's the one you should be worried about. And so he was then asked if he wanted another baby. He said he wants a girl so bad because he only has one child, right? And then they were basically trying to figure out, like, how do you feel about like making your wife look crazy? He's like, he feels bad for the mistakes he's made. And basically every tear that his wife has shed, basically. Well, he's learned from his mistakes, he's moved on. And yeah, that's what it sounded like. It sounded like he was just like, Amanda is trying to cause ish, she needs a storyline, and this is why I'm the target. That is what is absolutely given. And basically, the other thing is, he said he feels like Latrice and Amber tried to set up Letitia with the cheating storyline. That's what he thinks happened. Now, I feel like we kind of talked about this a little bit, and my feelings are very, very similar. I feel like Latrice knew what she wanted to do with Amber the whole time. The fact that Letitia got a heads up about the previous reunion, but did not get a heads up about did not get a heads up about Amanda coming over there to do something or say something. And the fact that Amanda is also friends, you can't make this up. Amanda is also friends with Letitia, but she said nothing. So it just feels like that much is obvious that there is something else, and it is all being planned. So yes, I do agree with Glenn on this one thing, that yes, it definitely screams like it was a setup. Absolutely. That's where I stand on that. Let me just have one last quick look just to see if there is anything else that I have missed. Tommy, have I missed anything else? Is there anything else that you want me to, or that I was meant to cover that I have not covered? Please let me know. I don't think there is anything. I've already covered Bravo being sued. We've covered the trailer. And yes, there really isn't anything else. Okay. On that note, please hit that like button, everyone. Hit it again. Let's make sure all of the likes are matching. Also, please, for the replay gang, thank you so much for listening. Please make sure you hit that like button. Also, get involved in the different conversations. Let us know what you are drinking. Let us know what you're eating if you're eating. And yes, like just join the conversation in the chat so you can also feel part of it. Also, guys, for those who still have not subscribed, please, what are you doing? I'm finding that I get a lot of people that have not subscribed in my lives. It's wonderful because it's giving me an opportunity to get to know you guys and meet new people. But at the same time, it's like, guys, please hit that subscribe button. Don't be stingy with the subscriptions. It's free. And if you want to join the membership, please also join the membership. It's really, really like affordable. So please try to join the membership if you're interested in members only content. But yeah, thank you to everyone who spent some time with me in the chat. I'm going to give you guys the shout outs this evening, as I do sometimes. Andrea Shannon, thank you so much. Priscilla Spencer, 986. Shout out to you, our member. Thank you so much. Supergirl 3701. Tommy, our beautiful mod. Shout out to you. Thank you so much. I am Dalioness. Thank you so much. And thank you again for going back to like the video. Really appreciate it. Hot Pink 25. Thank you so much. That girl Bree. Thank you so much. Tanya, Michelle. Oh, she brought this and I missed this comment. I agree with you about Nell's makeup. That makeup looks like casket ready is way too much. Absolutely. Rosa Drozel, Rosalind Russell, Andrea Shante, Essie Thompson, Belinda Matthews. Oh, Belinda Matthews. Very nice name. Donna Potts, Jacqueline, Lady Poe, A. T. Coral Blocks player. I cannot pronounce your name to save my life. Sorry. Jacqueline. Thank you to every single person that was in the comments, engaging with the comments. I love how you guys be like keeping me entertained during the lives by getting involved in all of the conversation. Yeah, like I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. For me, I'm just going to finish this drink, get a little bit more water into my system, and I'm going to get ready for bed. I think tomorrow is my rest day, actually. Rest day from the gym, which means I'll probably have a lot more time to go live and talk to you guys a little bit more tomorrow. So yeah, like please turn on your notifications at least so that like if I'm ready to go live at any point, I can just hop in live, up into the live, or start a live or whatever, so I can talk to you guys and kiki with you guys a little bit more. On that note, thank you so much. I love you all. And yeah, for those of you who want to, support a little bit or do a little bit extra to support, you can send super chats in or sign up to be a member by clicking on the join button. But yeah, thank you everyone. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you.